Hey, don't forget to check out Rant Cafe wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, and so on. You can watch the episodes live as we make them on Twitch, links in the description. And of course, the links to all of our guests in each episode are in the description, so show them some love. What is up, everybody? It's Animac here from the YouTube and Twitch channel Anime Uproar, and welcome to another episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. This is going to be a good one. Bear with me, but first, I'm going to apologize for the fact that in the last episode, Nuxtaku did not say "See you, Space Cowboys" at the end. It is a disgrace. It is a disgrace. I know that hundreds of you complained on Twitter at Anime Uproar, and
it was funny because I saw people on Twitter saying, "Thank God he didn't end with "See you, Space Cowboys, fanboys,
well,
cowboys,
maybe
whatever."
It
was
like
funny. Neither of those two things happened.
Zero or something.
Neither of those two things happened. The one thing that people did complain about was that we didn't have Tekking on, and we talked about One Piece, so we have him here today.
Oh yeah, I got a few messages about that. I think a few people were genuinely mad about that, and I was like, guys, I was busy.
Yeah,
we tried.
They were mad, but thankfully we're not talking about One Piece at all today. So there you go.
Yes, we are.
It's like 1/17 One Piece related. Yeah,
I guess it's a good segue to the first round. By the way, we're talking about the most badass swordsman in anime.
Yeah, what an exciting topic.
For not mentioning what we were talking about. Wow, intro professional.
Well, I also didn't get to mention who is all here until you all interrupted me, especially Nux. I mean, it wasn't just Nux, but I'm just going to blame Nux. Nux is here, everybody, by the way. So is Brig from All Day Anime.
Hi.
Also here, Evanite Zero from Evanito.
Oh my God, thank you for noticing me. Nux says he doesn't know who I am, so I'm trying to get him to know who I am today. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, apparently Nux. Just Nux is always the problems, man. And of course, Tekking101.
Howdy, everybody. Tonight I'm watching Stampedo, so we'll get through this, but I'm excited for that, and that's all I'm really thinking about right now.
I'm literally looking up at like theaters near me that might be playing it. I'm so down to watch it tonight.
This is the first One Piece movie I'm seeing in theaters, so I'm pretty
really. I went to watch One Piece Film Gold in theaters.
Yeah, Film Gold was also like in 2 hours away from my house, and I didn't get to see it back then, but I'm pumped for this one.
Yeah, remember when I said we're not going to be talking about One Piece, guys?
Yeah, well, before you invited me, the guy that talks about One Piece all the time, that was not a great idea.
Yeah.
All right.
This is going to be exciting, man. The most badass swordsman in anime. Like, this is a long anticipated and awaited bracket that we're going to be talking about. It's going to be a great debate. And I mean, I can't wait to get started. By the way, before we start,
I'm going to swap out a few guys last minute, switching Shishika, since I don't think any of you have seen Katanagatari.
I have not.
I've seen episode 1.
Nux, you do that while I say that now, if people want to support
all right, it's done.
Cafe, they can actually buy Rant Cafe merch. We will link it in the description, or you can just go to animeuproar.com/Rant Cafe. We have shirts with Lord Twigo in a tank top, and the proceeds will be supporting your boys at the Rant Cafe.
Woo! Yay! Everyone's so excited. Hello. All right. Now, with the corporate shill out of the way, thanks, Animac, for spoiling our podcast with like merch and stuff, which you should totally pick up because it's really awesome. Let's begin with the first round. And
you're out of control, Nux.
Why, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
We have
Zoro from One Piece, the absolute mad lad that luckily we'll get the chance to talk about probably every single round. Versus Polnareff from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Parts 3 and 5.
Kinda.
As much as I love Polnareff,
he actually has one of my favorite stands, which it's interesting you put him up against Zoro here.
Well, it's not really much of a debate here, boys.
No, I vote for Polnareff in turtle form.
Turtle form Polnareff isn't a badass swordman, though. It's just a badass.
No, I don't care.
He's kind of just a badass turtle.
Yeah, well, if this was badass...
Oh, Tekking, I believe he's the
greatest badass turtles.
Don't you think he's more of a tortoise?
Isn't turtle and tortoises the same thing?
No, they're different species of reptile. Oh.
They look the same.
No, turtles are... How can you even confuse? It's like saying Whitebeard has a mustache.
He does.
He does not.
Yes,
he's called Whitebeard.
Yes, but oh wait. Okay, no, yeah, I got it now.
All right, good.
But
anyway, for the first round, as much as I love JoJo's and tell you all to watch it, you should definitely read One Piece, and I vote for Zoro because he's ridiculously bad.
Yeah, I'm voting for Zoro too.
Zoro has a scene where nothing happened, and it's still better than everything that Polnareff did.
To be fair, when Zoro did nothing, it was better than when Polnareff did anything.
Exactly.
Zoro, okay, Polnareff needs the sword to cut things. Zoro can cut things with zero sword style. So, I mean,
Well,
yeah.
to be fair, Polnareff doesn't actually have a sword. He has
Yeah,
like,
technically, yeah. So Silver Chariots would really be on here, not Polnareff.
correct.
Was Polnareff or was he not there with Avdol when they peed into the guy's mouth?
He was.
He was,
Then,
yeah.
Then stop saying that Zoro did everything better.
But to be fair, it was Avdol's idea to pee in his mouth.
No, that is
Now I'm just picturing Zoro cutting down Pika and just peeing in his mouth afterward. Like in the entire mountain, just like covered in it.
Sam the Gunman, thank you so much for the 200 bits. He says, "Hey Nux, when is Recreator Shippuden coming out?"
Oh man, Recreator Shippuden will take the world by storm, and you know I'm serious.
And I have
I
a
said the
feeling that it's gonna be trending in Japan.
Mm.
All right, Zoro wins.
The anime dude in the chat says Zoro wins the bracket, right? I mean, Zabuza's best moment was trying to be like Zoro.
Sorry, Polnareff. Does anyone know how to say sorry in French and respect to Polnareff? I cannot.
Désolé.
Désolé.
Oh, that's right. You're Canadian. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
You know what's hype? 9 years of French. I didn't know how to say sorry.
To be fair, though, okay, let's not make racist jokes. But anyway, moving on.
I kind of just did with the turtle tortoise thing.
Yeah, that was.
I guess that's more of a species type joke. It's not.
Yeah.
Stop being specious, man.
Yeah. I'm specious. Okay.
All right.
What
So,
were you gonna say, Nux?
Evan, do you want to say anything? Or
Well, I've never watched JoJo, so like I don't even know who this Polnareff guy is. So like, obviously I'm gonna go for Zoro.
To be fair, yeah, he's pretty badass. I didn't get into JoJo's until like I think 3 years ago, because people were telling me for years to watch it. I would watch it. It's good.
You know what? Like, I don't know who this Zoro guy is, but I know that Zolo never gives it up, so I'll go for it.
And he's a samurai. No, he's like a samurai. Sorry, he's not a samurai, guys. He's like
Zoro is a lot more badass than Zoro, so yeah. If he was on this, he would definitely win.
There wouldn't even be a list.
That wouldn't even be it. Just Zolo. 16 times.
Yep. Rora Zoro.
yeah.
Okay.
Roro Zolo. All right,
Now-
Erza versus Tanjiro. Let's go.
Erza versus Tanjiro. I'm excited. Erza
is
from
the-
Fairy Teru.
Who's this Tanjiro? He seems like he's from a really popular series that I haven't seen yet.
Dude, he's from the most popular and best anime of all time.
Oh, okay. Well, he should
According
win.
to
Probably, I
anime
guess.
Twitter. No, but seriously though, I freaking love the Demon Slayer manga. So like, I'm conflicted because I don't think it's the best anime ever, but I think it's really good. So I don't want to like rag on it just because it's overhyped, because it's kind of like right amount of hype.
Well, I mean, the first 24 episodes of Demon Slayer are better than the first 100 of Fairy Tail. So,
I would disagree
but that
with
has nothing to do with badass
to
swordsman.
be honest.
Erza
As
wins.
much as I love Demon Slayer, it wouldn't make my top 50.
I mean, to be fair, Urza's gotten in like a crap ton of fights and like has lost like.
way less than she won. She won most of her fights.
I'm trying to think like.
And if you're thinking badass moments, I mean, Erza took down the Thunder Palace, tanked a blast from Fat
but
Lord's cannon,
she didn't use a
fought
sword.
100 monsters.
She didn't use
When
a
she didn't
sword
have
when
to.
she blocked it, though.
Sorry?
Well, no, she used swords when she took down the Thunder Palace, but yeah.
She used swords to take down 100 monsters when she only needed to take 51.
I mean, you could basically break the essence of Fairy Tail down to a bunch of really awesome looking characters doing really awesome shit. So, and the plot kind of gets shaky there, but you know.
But as far as badassery goes,
I mean,
as much as I think that Tanjiro is like an okay protagonist, I mean, he's got absolutely nothing on Erza.
I'm glad.
I agree. In
I don't
regards
know
to badass swordsman, I agree.
I don't know if you're being serious or not, but I'm gonna have to probably go Erza on this one.
I'm definitely going Erza. I'm being
Okay.
1000% serious.
All right, grab my hand, Nux. We're going into this headlong.
Hell yeah! Power of friendship.
I'm just going
Friendship,
for Erza.
Erza.
See, I'm going for Erza because she's basically the Gilgamesh of Fairy Tail. And like I
You
love
mean
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh is the Erza of Fate's Day Night.
You know what? That's a better analogy. You're right.
Isn't there a scene where Erza has like no senses and she still
Yeah.
beats the shit out of someone?
Yeah. And the explanation for that was, oh wait, she's still winning. Yeah, because she's Erza.
The explanation for that was because she loves her guild, man. How dare you?
Yeah.
So always power of friendship with Fairy Tail.
I was thinking about this last night, actually. You know what they should do? They should have an enemy in Fairy Tail that love each other just as much as the Fairy Tail Guild love each other, and then see which friendship prevails.
Oh, that would actually have been
An enemy organization that aren't trying to like use each other and manipulate. No, they genuinely love each other the same exact level that Fairy Tail does. It's just they want to take over the world.
So you're saying Fairy Tail Guild versus Team Rocket?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Well, that would have been fantastic.
I would love it. No, you would not read that?
But okay, I vote for Erza as well because for me, Tanjiro's great as a character overall, but like, he doesn't scream badass to me. He more screams like nice, kind guy, whereas Erza is pretty freaking badass.
Yeah. People are saying that's the Phantom Troop. Yes, okay, the Phantom Troop versus Fairy Tail.
Well, the Phantom Troop would wipe them out.
Yeah.
Not because of power of friendship, just like out of sheer badassery.
Yeah.
I now know who the Phantom Troop is because I am watching.
Thank God.
Same here. I'm finally almost finished with Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, it's amazing. It's great.
In any case, the next round is Kenpachi Zaraki from Bleach versus Mugen from Samurai Champloo.
I think
Is this even a contest, though?
I feel like these rounds are just a little bit too easy to start off. As much as I think Mugen is a cool character, Kenpachi is one of the most badass characters on this list.
Yeah, but this is the thing, man. Yeah, Kenpachi's way stronger than Mugen, but Mugen is so badass.
Breakdance the same as Mugen, though.
Clearly, you don't know who
badass,
Kenpachi is, Animac. He's one of the most badass characters in anime.
Have you not read Bleach, Animac?
I've not read it, but I've seen it.
Oh, you haven't read Bleach and One Piece. My channel would be horrible for you. But no, yeah, Kenpachi's really cool. He's got an eye patch and he sliced a meteor in half. I'm voting for Kenpachi.
But it's not about power feats. It's about who's a badass character, and Mugen is an incredibly badass character.
Those moments
So
were
is Kenpachi.
no, you are underestimating the badass of both of those moments I laid out.
Big time.
Yeah, he didn't just like take off an eye patch. He took an eye patch off, and a giant skull appeared behind him, and he sliced a skyscraper in half.
All right.
Okay,
Kenpachi's the type of guy.
Obviously, Samurai Champloo is a totally different anime, so you can't look at power feats. But I love Mugen as a badass character.
Yeah.
So I'm voting for Mugen.
Well,
So Kenpachi is the type of guy who, like, he's lusts for a good fight, right? And when he first fights against Ichigo, his spiritual pressure alone, like, stopped Ichigo in his tracks, and then he just stood there like an absolute badass. He's like, you could have the first hit. This isn't like a fight where you could punch someone. They're using fucking swords the size of their body.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can have the first hit on me.
Ichigo cuts him. Not only does Kenpachi not get hurt, Ichigo gets cut instead.
I feel again, you guys are just talking about power feats. This isn't about who is the strongest.
No,
It's his persona and how he goes about it.
Those
You're not
moments are
listening.
badass.
It is badass if someone
Yes!
says, "Hey, feel free to cut me for the first. You get the first shot at me," and he waits for Ichigo to slash him enough times until eventually he can sharpen his spiritual pressure to do damage, and he's like, "Okay, now my turn." Okay, that's badass. That's not just a power feat.
He's so
Listen,
badass.
man, it's
he
like
ignores his
obviously
sword.
Mugen can't cut a meteor like that. It just doesn't
Dude,
compute with the
You're
world.
arguing
Samurai
apples and
Champloo.
oranges right here.
We're not
on the
trying to
same
use a Goku
wavelength,
argument.
buddy.
We're not saying
I never understood that analogy. Apples and oranges. They're both fruit. They're both round. They both have seeds. I'm just saying.
pretty similar.
I know, right?
To put this in perspective for you, Animac, Goku is a very strong character who could destroy universes and all that bullshit. But Kenpachi is way more badass than Goku. And honestly, Mugen is as well. But Kenpachi is more badass than Mugen, in my opinion. Like,
Okay, no, that's fine.
everyone who's seen
I just-
both will.
I'm totally cool with you guys voting for Kenpachi. I just don't want you to keep mentioning power feats and then saying that's
How
why
about
you
this?
want
How
that.
about this?
Power
I got-
feats are
I got
only
something-
relevant within the guise of the story itself.
I got something for you that
Okay.
is not necessarily a power feat. There later on in Bleach near the end, Kenpachi literally transforms into a devil, like with horns and with red skin and fangs and stuff. And he's strong, but just an appearance alone, that's pretty badass.
That is pretty badass. The guy wears an eye patch because it basically weakens his spiritual pressure so that his opponents can have a chance when he fights them. He wears bells on his hair because he knows he can move too fast for them to see, so maybe they'd be able to hear him if he sneaks up on them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right?
this is a good badass feat that has nothing to do with strength. Okay, so when he was fighting this one guy, the guy's Bonkai or whatever his power was made it so that Kenpachi couldn't see or hear anything, got rid of his senses, kind of like the Erza fight we mentioned earlier. So rather than power of friendship, what Kenpachi does is rather than blocking, he lets the guy stab through his stomach, and now he knows where he is because his sword's through his stomach. He grabs the guy's hand and like defeats him like that. That's fucking badass.
Okay, fair enough. I stick to my vote, but I respect your votes.
All right, Kenpachi advances.
I'm trying. Do you remember what fight that is? I'm kind of blanking on that right now. Do you
Did
remember?
Juanito vote?
I did.
Oh, whatever.
I initially said that Kenpachi, like it wasn't even a contest. It's Kenpachi.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I just don't want to. I don't want you to be forgotten because Nux forgets.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Tozen. Yeah,
that's true.
yeah.
I forget who.
It was versus Swordsman.
What you were saying described more like when Aizen grabbed when Yamamoto grabbed Aizen for a moment there. So I'm like, wait, are you okay? Yeah, that's Tozen. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Tozen versus him.
Tozen.
And also, there are other badass scenes from Kenpachi throughout. I mean, he's fighting against, what's his name? Number 5 Espada.
Noitora Gilga.
Nuitora, right, whatever. And he was fighting him, and he was using one hand, and he couldn't get through his defenses, and he's like, okay, fine, I'll use 2 hands. And he annihilates him in one shot. Like, I mean, he flexes a lot, and he is very badass. And I just recorded a flex video, so the word is on my mind. Anyway, next round, we have Fury King Bradley, otherwise known as Wrath, versus Kirito from Suda.
Okay, so
Kirito's not even badass.
Let me just remind you all
game.
that Bradley is from the series Fudometo Arikimistu Bereza Hudo.
Oh, Bradley wins. Fuck that.
yeah,
Thank
Bradley
you.
sliced a tank mortar shell in half with his sword.
Okay.
And then the tank, boy.
And then the tank, yeah.
That's the tank.
While that is badass, Kirito is so badass that he does stuff in a game that he shouldn't be allowed to do, shouldn't be capable of doing. I'm just saying he's game breaking. That's just pretty fucking badass.
Bradley is like the only guy in the end game that has no powers, okay? He has no alchemy, he has no special homunculus abilities, and he is literally destroying everyone.
Yeah, and like most homunculus that can repair and heal themselves, he gets 1 life, and that's it. You give him a sword and 1 grenade, and he took out pretty much an entire castle of fortified soldiers.
Kirito uses a lightsaber in a gun game. I'm just saying.
You'd figure somebody else would have figured out to use those things, you know?
Do you remember how Bradley was chosen in the first place to become a homunculus?
Yeah, he had to fight against all these other ones that were equally as strong as him.
Yeah, that was extremely badass.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, Kirito might have stand a chance before he started crying like a bitch about Yu-Gi-Oh! So, definitely voting for my boy, Bradley.
Yeah, how come Yu-Gi-Oh's not on here?
Because we're talking about badass characters.
Well, it's something else. They're basically the same person.
You know what would be funny?
Yeah, kinda.
Recon is watching this right now and just like fuming.
Look, I'm just saying that Kirito should win. All right. Like, I feel that Bradley is badass, but Kirito is clearly more badass.
It's also like their personality as well. Like when we're talking about Kenpachi and other characters, there's just like Bradley's like personality makes him badass as well. While Kirito is just like a kid that's good at video games, you know? Like, he doesn't have a badass aura to him. He's just better than everyone else.
But is he just good at video games though? Because this is like virtual reality where you actually have to like, do the movements physically, right? So
Well,
we
you're not
see
moving
that
your
afterwards,
body. Yeah.
Kirito then fought his cousin sister, Whammon,
Yeah, like
in Kendo, and he was like doing these crazy moves. His body couldn't keep up with his mind.
Yeah, that can
And also, he just got out of the hospital, so like, I don't know, that's pretty badass.
Plus, while he's in a game, he doesn't have to worry about things like dislocating a shoulder or something, you know?
Or damage from falling from high places.
Yeah, like,
people die when they're killed in the game. I'm just saying.
So this is a great example. Jordan, the anime dude, commented, Kenpachi let Ichigo get the first hit. and Kirito stood on a bridge and let 5 people all get all the hits. But somehow the impact Kenpachi had in that one scene was way more badass than the one that Kirito had, and that's
Oh, come on.
I
it's
will
not
not
even
lie
close.
to you. As much as I like Kenpachi, Kirito's scene over there in episode 4 was way more badass than that one scene of Kenpachi.
What do you
okay?
mean? The scene
What
where he
are
let
you
people hit him?
talking about? Yes.
Yeah.
He
I
walked
almost
up
dropped
to,
the
like,
anime because
5
of that.
guys.
The fucking
He
game
walked up-
sucks.
Yo, he walked up to 5
So
guys.
dumb.
He walked up to 5 guys and he said to them, "Listen, you can attack me." And they're all striking him, and he's gaining health faster than he could lose it from
Bro,
his
that wasn't
auto-beginning
badass
move.
at all, man. All that was, I'm
That
a higher
was
level than you.
really badass.
Yeah, that
I'm a
was-
higher
like,
level than you. My
hello,
regen's
and-
better than yours. That's
Dude,
so
dude,
not badass.
Badass.
Brigo,
People do that in video games all the time.
Brigo, and you're saying that Kenpachi isn't stronger than Ichigo because he's a higher level than he is?
But it's not a video game. That's an actual person.
But this was
Yeah, 'cause
they will
Ichigo
die if
I
they
can
were
sign
killed.
into WoW and go
Yeah,
into
Ichigo still beat
PvP
him in
and let
that
someone
fight.
a lower level try to attack me. I can do the exact same thing. 10 people could attack me. It's not
Soul
badass. It's a video game.
Society is basically a video game.
Yeah.
It's not a video game.
If you really think about it.
I
Come
think
on.
that the Soul Society
There are
can
real-
be viewed as an isekai anime the same way Sword Art Online can.
Oh,
Listen,
my
guys.
goodness.
Do you
That
think any of
said,
those
I
enemies that were
vote-
fighting
remember
Kirito even
one
look like a
thing.
threat? Their personalities, their aura, like it's a completely different level of like immersion that was in the scene. Like I didn't even care
Yeah.
about that scene when I watched it. I'm like, these guys don't even look like badasses. The threat didn't feel real. Kirito's like, haha, my regen's better. He didn't move. It wasn't badass, boys.
Yeah, like let me put it this way: like in the Sword Art Online scene, you know, your numbers are everything, your level is everything. So they could have kept attacking Kirito all day; it wouldn't have done anything. The thing with Ichigo and Kenpachi in that fight, yeah, Kenpachi had the upper hand at first, but there's other variables because it's not a game. It's not like you're limited by your level. Ichigo still, well, they honestly kind of fought to a draw there. Technically, Ichigo won, but it was still a really bloody battle. Yeah, so I just like the scene with Ichigo and Kenpachi way more.
But
I
this
have to
is
say, I like the
Kirito versus
scene with,
Kenpachi.
Well, I would vote for Kenpachi over Ichigo, but that one scene, I think that Ichigo, I would vote for Kenpachi over Kirito, but that
Yeah.
one scene, I liked Kirito's version of it better than Kenpachi. But there's no
Yeah.
point arguing because I'm voting for Bradley over
Yeah,
Kirito.
me too. Me too.
So, 4-on-1. Sorry, other guy that joined the bracket. I'm not sure who
Other
you
guy,
are.
you know what? It's okay. I stand Kirito. I don't care what you say.
It's all
Bro,
good, man.
Kirito is
It's all
just
good.
okay. Like he's just a self-insert.
Kirito's a
Yeah.
very decent character in the beginning of Sword Art Online. And Sword Art Online is a very decent anime.
Watch the abridged version; it does a better job of
No,
developing.
I wanted to. Yeah, the abridged is better. I wanted to, man. I wanted to actually give Alicization a chance, but they just lost me. It's just I can't do it.
You know what's honestly like every time I watch those series, I'm more interested in the worlds that they create rather than the main characters. I'm like, I wanted to know what all the different levels of like Aincrad were, and it's like, now we're just gonna skip over a bunch of them. I'm like, I don't care about these people really. But that's just me because I have a boner for world building and shit.
No, I mean I get it. I get it.
Geography is everything.
It is.
Animac, do you like world building?
I like it. Yes.
Did you know that One Piece has the best world building in any story ever created?
Yeah, there was a poll. This actually was confirmed by all 7 billion population of the planet Earth except for you.
Thanks.
Read One Piece. I
Babies
know.
that were just born, you know, they
Everyone
took the poll
follow.
and they were voting for it. So.
I will read One Piece, so be sure to follow us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/RankCafe, where we will be streaming my first impressions on One Piece as I read it. Because yeah, I'm sick of not getting the references. I'm sick of like even in my daily life, my friends and my brother are talking about One Piece, and I'm like, I want to know. So I have to do it.
All right. So who's next? Oh, that Gintoki
Anyway,
dude.
next round, Gintoki from Gintama versus Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin.
Now, here's the problem. Rurouni Kenshin in Samurai X is so badass, it's disgusting. But then in the actual series, Rurouni Kenshin, he's more like chill.
Yeah, he's like chill as hell. Yeah.
He's quirky too.
I've only seen a few episodes of Rurouni Kenshin way back in the day, and only a few episodes of Gintama recently. But I want to go with Gintoki on this one.
Yes!
This comes down to like the back of the
Tekking, I
sword
love
versus
you.
wooden sword.
I love you too, man.
Bro, okay. Gintoki is the goddamn most epic character of all time. Okay?
Okay.
I like facts. There's nothing to
But
say.
is his name
Every
Batosai the
episode.
Manslayer? I don't think so.
Is that
He's
supposed to make him more
He's
badass?
called the White Demon. I mean, depends how you.
White Demon, Batosai the Manslayer. I don't know.
Batosai. Batosai is pretty Batosai. Okay.
Like, based off what I watched, I feel like neither of them really felt super badass, but they both had like their moments where they shined, and like you could see like, actually, this is a good matchup. This is a really good matchup.
Yeah, because you haven't seen either.
I've seen a lot of both, but not didn't complete either.
The only thing I can remember
goes
about
up against these crazy aliens that like he shouldn't have any chance against, and he just whoops them based on willpower.
Yeah. The only
And
thing
thinking. He outthinks them a lot also.
Yeah.
Like, also he's pretty badass because like in episode 8, he controls the opening. It's like the show starts off, the episode starts off, it's like following the Shinsengumi, like the police force. And then halfway through the episode, it switches to Gintoki, and Gin's like, wait a second, hold on, I'm the main character. Play the theme song again. And they play it again.
Fine, you're right.
That is pretty epic.
You're right, Nux. Dio wins.
Okay, I'd give it to Dio.
Nux. I'll actually be on your side this time. I'll vote for Gintoki because I've seen some of his later fights when I was editing videos for you. But the reason why I said this is a good matchup, they're both like kind of like friendly, funny characters that have a history, like a very serious history, while they're very experienced swordsmen. They both use like non-lethal weapons. Kenshin uses the reverse blade, and Gintoki literally uses a wooden sword. So I feel like they're like kind of similar characters. But I'll go with Gintoki.
Yes!
Yuri!
Thank you!
All right. Very cool.
We did it, everybody!
Yeah, I think in terms of pure badassery, Kenshin from Samurai X is more badass.
Is Samurai X like a prequel series, or what
It's
is
an
it?
OVA. It's a prequel OVA.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of this.
Gintoki from the series arcs is arguably more badass. I've never seen Thingo X, so not fair. But
I like that you still said arguably more badass.
I said argue. I would argue
Everything is arguably true.
You don't understand. I would argue that Gintoki is more badass than a character I've never seen before.
I know you would. That's
I
okay.
would. Yes. I know it's okay. Anyway, next round, we have Archer from Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Bure de Wurkso, and his ability, Sword Boner, versus Hiei.
Boner. Okay, fuck it. Screw yeah, I'm voting for this dude. I don't even watch Fate Stay Night. This the way you describe that. His ability, sword boner.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you.
I am the bone of my sword.
As we know, the Archer class is made up of archers.
Does he use the sword as a arrow and fire it like a bow?
Yes.
That's exactly what happens. How did you know?
It is funny because there's a saber class and there's a super popular saber character, and we still included Archer.
Well, Archer's more badass.
Great. That's great. That's like an
Archer
RPG.
is more badass.
Like, I want to be a an archer in an RPG, but I still want to use a giant greatsword, and I will. It's like, okay.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah, he says, Tekking, in case you don't know, he says, I am the bone of my sword.
Oh, God. I need to watch this now just for that.
You'd think it's cringe, but it's actually not.
Oh, no, that doesn't sound cringe at all to me. That sounds like the most bad. I'm going to shout that if somebody ever breaks into my house and I have to use a sword.
Well, they will run away.
Yeah.
It is a good tactic.
Yeah.
Like if you're sitting on the subway and you see someone that's like looking at you funny and you get spooked, you just say, "Excuse me, sir, are the voices in my head bothering you?"
My plan in case I ever try to get mugged at some point is literally just to act like a complete weirdo and just hopefully they run away. You know?
Well, that is a good theory.
Yeah.
We'll see I wouldn't, if it works for you, let me know.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet my life on that.
Well, if it's like a situation where they have guns at me, what else can I do? It's just like,
listen to what they're saying.
No, that's
like a complete weirdo.
No.
Why would I give up my phone and my money when I just pull out my?
No, seriously, I'm gonna vote for Hiei on this one. Yeah,
I vote for Berserker from Fate Zero Bridged.
Pretty cool. But even though I love Archer and he's my favorite character in Fate Stay Night, I am still gonna go with Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, the guy has a move called Dragon of the Darkness Flame.
Not related. Well, that's not
That
necessarily
engulfs
related.
his sword.
A different technique.
And then he uses Sword of the Darkness Flame. It's
There you go.
Get out of here. It's the same technique.
It itself has nothing to do with this, Nux.
No! The dragon
Okay,
envelops the sword. It's a dragon sword, man!
Whenever those scenes happen, I honestly get like chills. They're so badass, but at the same time, I actually think Archer's a more badass character. I think he is overrated.
Well, thinking back to it now, I think Hiei is probably the first badass. It's either him, Trunks, or Farfetch'd from Pokemon, the first badass swordsman that I ever remember watching as a kid. So yeah, Hiei.
Yeah, Chicken of
Pairing him
Darkness
with
sword
Farfetch'd.
versus Bone of my sword. I'll go for Archer.
Well, Farfetch'd is the single best swordsman in all of Pokemon, except for Agislash, of course, but he didn't come till later.
I think Scyther's a better swordsman.
Those aren't swords; those are scythes.
Get out of here!
Me and Animac voted for Archer.
I'm
Nux
definitely
voted for
going-
Hiei.
Yeah, I'm going for Hiei as well because like
Yes!
here's the thing. As much as I love Archer, right, and I have not finished Yu Yu Hakusho, I played the game and I would always just play as fucking Hiei, and like I just loved his moveset.
The great thing also about Hiei is he's like.
Man, I am
4
so
foot- he's like
glad
4
we
foot
invited this
and
fifth
still
guy.
such a
Oh,
badass.
wow.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, Hiei takes it.
Well, no, it
predicted.
depends on Tekking's vote. I'm assuming he votes for Hiei.
I
but-
voted for Hiei a while ago. Yeah, Hiei, man.
Oh, I thought because you also said, "Oh, I vote for Archer because of the bonus."
Yeah, that was. I've never seen. I don't usually vote for characters I haven't seen unless they're both characters I haven't seen.
Well, I vote for Asta.
Okay.
Alright. Well, the next round is Asta versus Guts. And I vote for Guts.
Wait, you did put Asta. What?
I did.
Oh, you changed the
You
bracket.
changed
He
it from
changed
Shin.
it, yeah.
Okay, it was originally Shishika, who I don't
It
know.
was
who that is.
originally Shishika from Katanagatari, but I figured none of you have seen Katanagatari.
I've never heard of it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I wasn't actually going to vote for Asta or Guts. What the fuck? No,
wow, guys, did you hear that?
I don't even know why Guts
Animac
is on
just
this
voted
list.
for Asta over Guts. Wow.
No, I did not.
Hey, Animac, look, Jenna Marley says in the chat, Guts, F Asta, 5,000 magical bitches. And I think that was targeted at you. So thank you, Animac. And thank you, Gender Marley says.
Thank you, Jen Marie says.
You're never
Also,
gonna get
thank you
that
to
name right,
Mental
are you?
Riri 19 for 250
I
bits.
have a mental block against pronouncing your name. I
Question.
apologize.
Anyway, the point is that obviously I vote for Guts. Like, come on.
Quick question for Nux, though, from Mental Riri 19. Question for Nux. Should we watch Gintama in sub or dub, in your opinion?
There is no dub, so I guess sub.
There is a dub. What do you mean?
There's no Gintama dub.
There is a dub. It's on
Yeah,
Crunchyroll.
I've seen dubbed episodes of it before. Probably not all of them, but I've
Yeah,
seen
not
dubbed
all the episodes are
Yeah.
dubbed, but like
Well, definitely not all of them. I am
I don't think-
unaware. I don't think I've ever seen the dub, any of it. And
It's
the sub
actually-
is pretty badass.
the dub's not that great. But yeah,
I was actually because for a long time it didn't have a dub, and I was thinking the reason they probably don't dub it is because there's so many in jokes in Japanese culture with that show that it's like you might as well just watch it sub to get.
Yeah.
And also, the voice acting in Gintama is like really, really good.
oh, it is. It's
Like,
amazing.
I think Katsura, the way Katsura's voice actor does the Zuda Janai, Katsura des. Like every time someone calls him by the wrong name, it's absolutely amazing. Like there's this one scene where Katsura's in some incognito chat or whatever, and he calls himself Fruit Ninja. And basically someone says, well, what do you think I should do, Fruit Ninja? And he says, it's not Fruit Ninja, it's Katsura. And like the way
I'm
it's
sorry,
portrayed-
Fruit Ninja. There we go.
whatever. The way
Okay,
the voice
Fruity
actor
Ninja, listen, we're talking about Guts versus Asta. So is anyone going to vote for Asta here?
No.
Guts is bad.
Who
I'm
has the
going
biggest
for
sword?
Gutsu.
All right, everyone votes for Guts except Evanito. He votes for
Well, no,
Asta.
no. Okay, I was gonna vote for Guts anyway, but I just wanted to know who has the bigger sword.
Guts.
Oh,
Guts.
Guts.
Well,
in his
I don't know
pants.
what their dick size is, man. Like, I don't know why you're asking me that.
Well, I mean, come on. Guts has the bigger dick. We know
I
it.
mean, yeah, but we don't
you know
know
what,
for certain. But yeah, it's probably Guts.
yeah,
Guts'
I mean,
dick is probably bigger
like-
than Asta's
Knowing
sword.
Guts is probably a canon.
I like Asta
Oh,
as a
no, it is.
character.
Some
By all
demon,
means, I like
some
Asta,
demon
but-
attacks him, he yanks a testicle and shoots out a cannonball.
Whoops.
Okay. By all means, I
You
like
dropped your mic
Asta
at
as
this
a character,
best time.
but Guts has to win.
You know, I'm gonna vote for Casca.
Good
Okay.
for you. Next round, Zabuza versus Captain Levi.
Captain
Ooh.
Levi.
Zabuza looks cooler.
I
Actually.
mean, that scene when he, sliced up the Beast Titan like a freaking Thanksgiving turkey. That still rings in my mind.
How dare you?
The most badass scene we've seen from Levi, I think, is when he fought the Beast Titan in the manga.
Oh, that was also, I mean, both versions.
Like in the forest.
I honestly think, that one. Oh, yeah. That was a good one, too. I'm going to go with Levi on this one.
How dare you, Briggs, say that Levi doesn't look cool? He has that sexy mushroom cut. Like, come on.
Zabuza character design is
Levi's character design is a slightly less edgy version of Phaeton from Hunter x Hunter.
I'll vote for Levi either way.
Oh, Phaeton. Oh, okay.
I pronounced in one of my videos, Levi.
Levi! Levi versus Zabuza.
Levi!
Who's Phaeton? Are you talking about that guy that trained?
No. Phaeton, he's one of the Phantom Troop.
He's the one that could summon a sun.
He didn't get that far.
I thought you were talking about the dude that trained Killua and Gon.
No.
No.
That guy's Wing or Ping. How can you
Wing?
How can you confuse Wing?
Well, Wing and Phaeton both have black hair. I mean,
okay, dude, please. A lot of people have black hair.
Zabuza couldn't use arms and still took out a bunch of people.
Oh, okay.
My hair. How do I know that other people have black hair? I don't know that.
I just have a chart next to me trying to figure out what Nux looks like so I can scratch black hair off the list, unless he's screwing with me.
I can confirm it is not black.
Yeah, I think it's blonde. I have this image of him in my head that's blonde.
Tune in next week to Rant Cafe to figure out if my hair is blonde.
Hair reveal at 50,000 followers.
Yeah, he just rips out some hair and just takes a picture of it.
Anyway,
so Levi advances.
All right, second round then, I guess. Did Levi win?
Second round, Levi wins. 5-0.
Okay.
Sorry, Evan. I knew you were going to vote for Zabuza.
No, I was going to vote for Levi. What the hell? Why would you think that I'm going to vote for Zabuza?
First, I did that to him, and then you did it. Look.
Yeah. All righty, next round we have potentially the hardest. I'm going to say potentially the hardest round from every single time this coming round because we have rough stuff coming. Zoro from One Piece versus Erza from Fairy Tail.
Zerza.
As badass as Erza is, I'm gonna go with Zoro.
Zoro, yes.
Okay, so defeating a big giant mountain versus defeating a dragon. I think defeating a dragon is like more badass.
Yo, but she defeated a dragon kicking off a meteor that she also.
That's true. That's infinitely more badass.
That is definitely a more badass feat. But as far as character goes, Zoro literally scared Monet to death.
Oh, sorry. So we are not talking about feats now. Interesting.
We were never talking about
Animac. Look, it's really simple. We talk about feats if the feat's really cool.
It's the badassery of the feat, not the size of the feat. But you don't understand that. Size doesn't help. The badass.
That's what some people say to themselves. It's okay.
Size does not matter.
Size does not matter. Anyway, Zoro versus Erza. Zoro scared Monet to death. Nothing happened to Zoro, and he made nothing happen in the coolest way possible.
That's true. That is true. He did take all of Luffy's pain.
Oh, that was a beautiful moment.
So you were taking non-canon material as well into account?
No,
wait, what's
not
canon? What's not canon? What?
Never mind. I had something confused because of my vast knowledge of One Piece.
No, yeah. Both of everything we just said happened. Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Nothing happened is canon.
Yeah, that's 100% canon. Yeah.
And it was probably the best scene in the whole series.
I did a vote for my fans to vote on the best scene in One Piece, and that far and away took the number one spot. It was like 4,000 votes or something insane.
Damn, that's crazy.
I agree with it though. It's a really great scene.
Amazing scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite scene as well.
Wasn't that in one of your first feats videos you did?
In
Not
my
feats,
third
flexes, yeah.
Number 3.
It took you to the third one to do that. Ooh.
I'll explain to you exactly why.
God.
It's because I wanted Zoro in the middle of a thumbnail. Okay?
Of course. Yeah.
And the first one had to have Escanor because he's Escanor.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And the second one I wanted Madara because I got into this whole thing with Suikage. house. So
Right. Okay.
So then I did Zoro.
Then you had Zoro. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, but we should probably get going to the next round. It sounds to me like Zoro wins.
Zoro
Yes,
wins.
he does.
Zoro does win, except for Evan, who votes for Erza.
Oh my goodness. I have the right opinion, I swear.
Next round, we have Kenpachi Zaraki from Black versus Furu King Buraduri.
You're gonna wake up one
wow.
day and you're only gonna be able to talk like that.
Yeah, not.
You're gonna go, like, yeah.
This is a problem.
Thank you, Layplol, for the 100 bits. Very cool.
Thank you. Arigato.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Yo, by the way, just wanted to give a shout out to Sinbad, the true most badass swordman in anime, but we didn't include him because he would have won again, and he wins every badass bracket, so we can't include him anymore. As Briggs put it, his jersey is in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. His numbers retired, never to be worn again.
Yeah, Sinbad wins everything, so we're not gonna include him on this guy.
Bradley's really badass, guys.
Yeah, Bradley is really badass. Hey, they both have eye patches.
Oh yeah, well then eye patch is like, yeah, Zoro should have 2 eye patches, and then he'd be the most badass swordsman like ever.
Kenpachi has more badass moments, but Bradley's are really, really, really cool as well. I
I'm
don't know, it's
definitely
hard.
going. All right, I'm going for Kenpachi.
All right, I'll agree.
Throwing my vote in.
I'm trying to make it look like it's hard, but it's not. Kenpachi wins.
Yeah, right.
Kenpachi definitely wins.
I'm throwing it in for Kenpachi.
I'm gonna go for Bradley just because how badass he is to lie to his wife without any mercy for his whole life.
That is actually pretty badass, not gonna lie.
All right, so Animac, you voted for Mugen over Kenpachi, so you don't have the right to an opinion.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Watch Samurai Champloo.
Yes. Did you even watch Bleach?
I like Jin.
seen
Honestly,
some
I like
Bleach,
Jin
but
more than I like
life
Mugen,
is
to be
not
honest
just
with you.
shonen, Nux. Like you can watch beyond shonen,
I know.
You know what's pretty cool about Shonen? They have a lot of badass characters.
Yes, including Kenpachi.
Also, Spider Badass, thank you for the 100 bits.
Thank you, Spider Badass.
Spider Badass.
And now you have your theme song. Does whatever Spider Badass can. All right. So anyway, so Kenpachi wins 3-1. Unfortunately, Evan didn't get the chance to vote.
What do you mean? I voted for Kenpachi. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's such a shame he didn't get a chance to. His mic just cut out at the last minute.
Well, the important thing is Kenpachi didn't sweep.
So, what's it called? Evan, remember when you said Erza's the right opinion? Johnny, Let's Talk Anime just donated 500 magical bitches to say, Evan, I am a diehard fairy tale fanboy. I freaking love Erza, but Zoro is still more badass.
Oh, you son of a gun.
I thought for a second you said they voted 500 magical bitches, too.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh.
All right. So, moving on. We have Gintoki versus Hiei.
Oh.
You're saying who like it's a challenge. None of you have seen Gintama.
I've not seen a lot of
Gintama.
Gintama.
What do you mean?
I've seen a lot of Hiei. I haven't seen a lot of Gintama. But even if I saw a lot of Gintama, I don't know, man.
I'm actually gonna go with the Nux option here, just because I trust him on this one.
I'm going for Hiei, man.
I'm voting for Hiei. I haven't seen enough Gintama. Well, 75 episodes. Get Animax.
I can guarantee you the Gintoki is way more badass than Hiei.
What? No way he's gonna win! No way! I am losing my mind.
I'm not changing. I respect your opinion, but I'm not changing my vote.
Well, I don't care because I'm sorry. Lord Animac has come into the fray, and I completely apologize for everything bad I've said about you in the past. I may have been a bit of a douche when I was making fun of your tastes when it came to Kenpachi, but it has all been redeemed in my eyes. I appreciate this moment from the bottom of my heart. Thank you,
got it,
Animac.
man. You got it.
Wow. Truly bros before trolls. So anyway.
that needs to be on a t-shirt.
It's very appreciated. Gintoki actually wins.
Good job. Good job.
And
Gintoki.
Jen Marie says donate another 50,000 magical crystals.
5,000.
5,000.
50 million. No, 5,000 magical crystals. Thank you so much. And I assume that was because you were supporting the newly found alliance between Animac and Nux.
No.
An alliance that we
It's
hope
because I
will
said
be
magical
extreme.
bitches.
We extreme
Magical
the
bitches.
alliance. We hope that the alliance will be prosperous in the future.
Also, Kami Oni, thank you for the 100 bitches.
Now, in my opinion, this next matchup is probably the hardest for me personally.
Oh, not for me.
I mean, like, I know how much of a badass Guts is. I've never really seen. I've read one volume of Berserk.
No.
So-
We invited people that haven't read Berserk.
Don't worry.
I've
Nuts,
read
I got
one
you.
volume of Berserk, and I think that honestly might enough be because I know I've seen clips from the series. I've because people have talked about this for years for me.
From the series.
Yeah, I know all about I did a video on the Eclipse without me ever even actually watching the Eclipse episodes.
That's very impressive. But hold on. So first of all, it's Guts versus Levi. That's very cool. But allow me to explain to you Guts's armor, the Berserk armor.
You have exactly 24 seconds. Go.
The Berserk armor is this ridiculously broken thing that basically stabs into his skin and forces his limbs to move even when pain would cause them to stop. When he takes off the armor after the fight, his body is absolutely broken, but it forces him to push on as long as he has willpower.
23, 24. Not bad. Okay, I'll go vote for Guts.
Yeah.
No, honestly, this is difficult because Levi is extremely badass, but then Guts is like also an epitome of badassery.
I know enough about Guts to know he's one of the most like renowned badasses in all of like shonen.
Guts
Not shonen,
defies
Seinen,
fate.
Seinen, definitely.
He is fated to die. He is fated to be a sacrifice, and he defies it.
He's the struggler, bro. He's the
Yeah.
fucking struggler, bro.
Did you get to the Berserk
I
armor?
even I have to go for Guts as much as I love Levi and Attack on Titan.
Yes, I did, Nuts.
Yeah, Guts is definitely a little more
fucking
badass than
anime.
Levi. That's for certain.
All right, so we have 4 votes for Guts. Anyway,
And then
next
there's
round.
Juanito.
What?
It's strange we only have 4 guys here for this bracket.
What do you mean?
Normally we have a 5th.
Well,
so
don't worry, guys. I gotta leave soon, so it'll be evened out to 3 again after I
Oh,
leave. Yeah.
Tekken with the zingers. Anyway,
Hey-o!
to the semi-finals. In the first round, we have Zoro, Roronoa Zoro, the pirate hunter, the mad lad, the legend, the man who does nothing in the most badass way possible. And he's up against Kenpachi Zaraki, a guy who's even cooler than Batosai.
Do I stay true to my Bleach roots or do I go with the One Piece?
This could have been the finals, man. It really could have.
Oh no, honestly, it could be. Yeah.
Well, personally, I haven't voted for Kenpachi once, so I'm not gonna start now. Zoro is for me.
Here's the mad lad who hasn't seen either show.
I've seen Bleach, just not all of it.
Well, that doesn't help very much now, does it?
Like he's
So
seen One Piece, but not all of it either. He saw that one clip that we
Yeah,
sent.
that's like saying I've seen the first 200 episodes of One Piece. Okay, so you've seen nothing then, basically, is what you're telling me. God, it's a long story. I'm gonna go with Zoro.
You know what's one thing that's really sick about Kenpachi? So all these captains who are all badass in their own right had to like train for hundreds and thousands of years to achieve a Bankai, to even be put into that position. Meanwhile, there's one other way you could get a captain position. It's by killing another one of the captains, and that's how Kenpachi got it. Kenpachi is still using his base sword. I don't know what the proper term is for it.
Zanpakuto is just the name of the sword. But yeah, he's using the sealed form of it for most of the story.
He ignores for the majority of the story. Yes, he ignores his sword's name, so like he doesn't release it, so that he can maintain, because he's already so strong, and he wants to enjoy battles and for them to be more competitive.
Yeah,
but it's Zoro.
Before you continue, I came up with an amazing name for Evan.
Okay,
I have a name.
Kuroko, the Phantom Fifth Man.
Oh my god.
He's here. He's like Schrodinger's cat. He's here, but yet he is not.
He's more like Schrodinger's elf.
Schrodinger's elf.
I just want to give a shout out to Taketsu, who has been in every round since the first round. He has been talking about how Kenshin got robbed.
Mad respect to Kenshin. Sorry, Kenshin.
Yeah, I know a lot of manga readers would be very peeved that he lost in the first round.
But I just want to remind all of you that we haven't heard Evan's take on Kenpachi versus Zoro. And this is extremely important to continue.
All right.
Have we heard his take on anything?
Yes, you have. What do you mean?
Yeah, he was the guy who went for Kirito over.
Yeah, he went for Kirito.
Oh, so my
He
opinion
also went
doesn't
for
matter
Erza.
anymore. I will have you know that Kirito should have won. Okay, but anyway, I think that in terms of like Zoro
hey,
versus Kenpachi,
instead of calling you the Phantom Fifth Man, should we just call you Recon 2.0?
no, no. I think Zoro is definitely way more badass than Kenpachi. Because like from everything I've seen in like both Bleach and freaking One Piece, right? Like I don't think anything Kenpachi has done is like gonna be more badass than the fucking, nothing happened moment.
All right, so Zoro wins thanks to Recon Ito.
What the no?
I'm sorry.
happy I didn't have to vote there. I was so torn, and I'm the One Piece fanboy here.
Oh, I would have gone for Zoro. So
wait, did Animax just advance it without us like any of us voting? What happened?
No, I think
Animax voted for Zoro. That's right.
Yeah, everyone voted for
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
Gintoki versus Guts. Can I start, please?
very well.
Guts wins. I vote for Guts.
I would like to start. I
have no say in the matter, but go ahead.
Even though
I would like to start, but I'm gonna vote for Guts here.
I would like to start. Dude, stealing my thunder here. All right.
Nux, you may begin as soon as I'm done with this sentence that is going to be continuing on for a certain undetermined amount. Okay, go ahead.
So I would like to start things off by saying that Gintoki is my favorite character in all of anime, and I still vote for Guts. That's how bad it is.
Nice.
Oh, really now? Okay, well, I'm going to keep riding the Guts train.
I thought you were going to try to argue for Gintoki, so I wanted to get my
I thought so too.
First.
Like 9 out of 10 chances because he seems to have a boner for Gintoki, but damn.
Gintoki is my favorite character in all of anime. As far as badassery goes.
That makes way too much sense. Holy shit.
I just blew everyone's minds there.
You blew my mind. I'm like, wow, now I get him.
It's one of those moments where you realize what Animac is backwards, but for Nux.
Okay, I'm having a mental wipeout right now, guys. So whoa.
I think only Guts had the ability to do that, to be honest. I don't know. Well, and Sinbad.
No, honestly,
Sinbad.
Guts has been through so much shit, and it's just like he just keeps struggling.
That would be a good name for the entire story.
Guts suffers through shit.
Well, I mean, he was born from a corpse, and then he was like,
wait, what the hell? I don't know what.
Yeah, like his entire life he was just meant to fail, fated to be like.
He was literally fated to just not succeed at anything.
Oh, he's like Ash Ketchum. Oh, wait, no, Ash won the tournament. All right, so damn, he's horrible.
Then he got sexually assaulted, and then he got branded to die, and then a couple other things happened.
A lot of other things. Anyway,
all right, 4 votes for Guts. Next,
what do you mean? It was 5. I'm here.
Stop denying Evanito's voice. It was 5.
I wasn't including Tekking that time.
Oh, okay, there we go. Fair enough.
There you go. Stop complaining, Evan.
Yeah, Evan, come on.
Get Animact.
All right, finals. We got Zoro versus Guts. Exactly how I honestly thought it would turn out to be.
I'm just happy I made it to the end, but I gotta stand with Zoro at the very end. So, Zolo, Rora, Zolo.
Okay, well, you calling him Zolo does make it more difficult, but since I just know more Berserk than I know One Piece, I have to go for Guts.
Fair enough. I mean, not really, but fair enough.
Okay, but can we argue that like being screwed over by life doesn't make you badass in this case?
All right.
No, it doesn't in and of itself.
In and of itself, no, what you do with it, but still.
If life pushes you, if life kicks you in the balls and you kick life in the balls back, that makes you really badass.
Okay. You know what? That's fair. That is fair.
And if you kick life in the balls back and then proceed to like burn their house down, that's like even more.
So the thing that's really good about Berserk is like, Guts goes through a lot of shit, and it really like
that would be a good name for the entire.
You're like, oh, but then you're waiting for him to to get his revenge and to just smash everybody with his massive, unrealistically massive sword, which is a
cock.
and you're just like, yes, he fucking crushed him, bro.
Yeah. It's
Doesn't
true.
he have a gun arm too?
A
He
cannon.
Yeah, his arm.
Cannon arm. Sorry, corrected.
Crossbow and a cannon. A machine gun crossbow and a cannon.
You feel the crossbow would kind of just be redundant at that point when you have a machine gun and a cannon for an arm, you know?
Crossbow is the machine gun. It like rapid fire.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, I have a machine gun and a cannon, also a crossbow. I'd be like, oh, okay. Well.
Also, the guy, like, he lets his opponent stab him through the cheek, grabs the sword with his teeth, and hurls him off a cliff.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
You don't do that if you're like...
Okay. Zoro is limited by the fact he's in a shonen. He'd be doing shit like that if this was a seinen, okay?
Zoro is badass. I will not lie. But I'm going to go for guts.
Have you ever heard of a wild animal you were sure wouldn't bite?
Yeah, lemming. They're wild animals. They're very docile.
All right, so far we're 2-1. 2 for guts, 1 for... You know what? I think that we should make this a very nice, solid bracket. I'm going with guts. Animax going with guts. Tekking's going with Zoro.
Yes.
Briggs, you know you want to go with Zoro. And Evan, the guy who only showed up now, will have the final.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me at the podcast.
We're giving you the final vote, even though you're late.
He votes for Kirito.
I just showed up. I definitely think that Kirito... No, honestly...
To be fair, though, I don't think all the anime has voted, though. He might be going for guts.
I'm so torn. I'm so torn.
Remember the moment at Thriller Bark. Remember that moment that defined a generation of children.
Just remember the eclipse, bro. Remember the eclipse.
With a blunt sword, he chopped his arm off when it was in a demon's mouth to run to Casca.
Zoro would do the same, though. He got
launched into the air at like Mach 1 and sliced a mountain man in half.
Oh.
Honestly, that the scene against Monet is still amazing.
That's also a really good one too. Yeah, he slices her in half without hockey, and she just gets defeated by trauma.
How many demons did Guts destroy? You know, crawl. He crawled.
Evan, who are you gonna vote for?
I think persevering through the shit that life throws at you is definitely a bit more badass. Not by much than everything Zoro has done. So I'm gonna go with guts.
Damn.
So then it's 2-2, and I vote for Zoro. Get wrecked.
Seriously? Yes.
No,
it doesn't matter. It's still 3. Still 3.
Bad.
I don't care. I still got somebody else that journeyed with me.
This man retconned his own vote.
3-2 for Guts.
Wouldn't be anime-related content with a few retcons thrown in, you know?
Honestly, if Evan voted for Zoro, I would have voted for Guts.
Of course you would.
But I was so torn, but I feel like Guts has to win.
No, Guts, man. Guts really is just such an example.
I'm glad I could stay for the final verdict, but I really got to get going, guys. So, thank you all for having me. Sorry I had to duck out early, but I have to go see Stampede now. So
enjoy your movie.
Have fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for joining us and gracing us with your presence.
Everyone, no problem. Below.
Yeah. Nux will cover all my links at the end. He knows everything about me. Okay, later, dude.
A quick thank you to Taketsu for the 100 bits, and a quick thank you to Sam the Gunman for the 200 bits.
I can't believe Taketsu actually donated after being so pissed about Kenshin losing.
He said again, Kenshin got robbed. So robbed. I won up against Guts. Kenshin should have won. How could you do this to Kenshin? How?
Okay, Nux. You gonna do some reviews, or you gotta take off too?
I do gotta take off, but I have time for some reviews. First review, Next Flex, 5 stars, biggest flex in podcast history. Thank you, human person, 753, very cool. Next review, We Are All Weebs, 5 stars. I was looking for an anime podcast, but guess what? All the anime YouTubers I watch is on this podcast, including guests, even Ebony. No, he doesn't say that. Well, that's a 5-star flex.
Ouch.
Gintama, best anime for life. Thank you, Michi Otko. Very cool.
I love you, Vito. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him, man.
I love him too. That's why I invite him so much. I mean, I'm the inviter guy. So anyway, best anime podcast, 5 stars. Even though I'm almost 40, so I'm sure I am twice as old as the kids on this show, I still know when it's gamer time. And Nuxtaku sounds like the announcer from Ultimate Muscle. You guys are hilarious and don't take anime too seriously. Edit. I just want to post a review and realized I'd already done one. Oh, but since I'm here, let me add. Why haven't you done a bracket for best mecha anime? Not only are the mecha one of the key elements in anime, their names would give you a chance to show off your renowned pronouncing skills. Well, I would need my renowned pronouncing skills to pronounce your name, Mr. RXCHRISG.
Well, you know what I'm gonna vote for. Just Gurren Lagann, Gurren Lagann, Gurren Lagann.
Well, for me, it'd be Code Geass, but okay.
Oh my god, Gurren Lagann is better than Code Geass, man. Please, man.
All right, but before you have a freak out orgasm, as usual, let's continue.
Yes.
Great podcast, 5 stars, 10 out of 10. Would fap again. This podcast is the only anime podcast that truly explored the psychological depth of what it means to be an otaku. That, of course, is that we're all a bunch of degenerates, except Nuxtaku. He's a true intellectual. Thank you, Phantom Renegade, who hasn't seen my hentai videos. Thank you. Very cool. All right, next. Oh, yeah, Daddy, 5 stars. This podcast is a bunch of weeaboos arguing about which of them is actually Japanese. Yeah, that's right. It's amazing. Thank you, Daddy Hentai. It's a me. All right, best podcast, not but a masterpiece. We saw that last time. Oh, we got one more that I skipped. The greatness of this podcast, 5 stars. I started out watching Nuxtaku on his channel, and I loved it. From the hilarious memes to the constant JoJo references and the best sarcasm in the world. You know, I'm serious because I didn't say this world. No, I read this last time because he said this world. And all the philosophy of amazing anime. Sooner or later, I started getting into Rant Cafe Anime Podcast, which is amazing. Each episode is a new topic or tournament bracket. We're debating about the science of anime waifus is a thing. Hashtag Escanoleona, best girl. But the trio of hosts, Briggs, Animac, and Nux, with the help of Tekking101, Spooky, and Evanito. This podcast is the epitome, 3 different words, of the anime fan base. So keep going, guys, and remember to say weird fan. Hashtag anime for life. Thank you, hashtag anime for life. Very cool.
Thank you, guys. And if you want to help out the podcast and help it be promoted to more people, then leaving reviews on wherever you watch the podcast, such as Apple Podcasts or wherever, leaving a 5-star review and rewriting something to us, maybe get it mentioned by Nux and his voice on the podcast. That would be cool and appreciated. And of course, we got the merch, so check out the merch.
Check out the merch. It's actually awesome. I am very proud of it, and I may or may not have cried tears of joy when I saw it.
Yeah, shout out to Kuzomari for creating that Rant Cafe Lord Twigo.
And shout out to the tears of joy.
Yes, anime.pro.com/Rant Cafe. Guys, thank you so much for joining us and hanging out with us as usual. Everyone in the chat, everyone who donated. Jen Marie says with her 50 million magical crystals. Very cool. And all the other cool donators as well. And of course, Evanito, our guest, Tekking101, who is now rushing off to watch something related to One Piece. And my lovely co-hosts, Briggs from Old Anime and Nuxtaku.
We forgot about Shigure. Fuck.
He doesn't use a sword, she uses a spoon.
Okay,
he's so good with the
spoon users in anime.
Just so good with a spoon, it makes it look like a sword.
Animac, I actually have an idea that I think you will like. The best spooning moments in anime.
I couldn't name like 2.
Shigure wins.
With this okay, fine, very cool.
Right,
anyway,
thank you so much for joining us. And guess what I'm gonna say, Nox? I'm gonna say until next time. See ya, Space Cowboys. Bruh!
Oh god.
The cringe is real, fam. The cringe is real.
No, you cringe. You cringe, bro.
Yeah, I do cringe every time you say "See ya, Space Cowboys."
Because you whack, man. You don't get it.
I don't get it.
You're not a man of space culture.
I am not a man of space culture.
Okay, let's do the Shinpaku.
Shinpaku.
And now let's do the Stay Weird Fam.
No.
Stay Weird Fan.
I don't want it to... That's good. Much better.
All right, let's end the stream.
See you next week.